Hello. Welcome to Meryl's Mystic. I'm Meryl, and today we are doing a tarot reading for the collective for our full moon in Libra, and then we have Taurus season coming up in a couple days. So, before we begin, let's all take a big deep breath together. From the bottom of your belly and your diaphragm, in through your nose deep, and just blow it all out. So in your nose. I need to blow my nose and blow it all out. Do it again. One more time. Whew, that was good. I don't know about all of you, but this waxing moon season into this full moon, these Libra bookends have, like my granny would say, have been driving me to drink. And it's, of course, very fitting because Libra is all about balance and finding the beauty in life and finding those things that are worth living for. And it's hard because it's sometimes really, Libra is the scales, so the scales are constantly going back and forth of life. And if we expected things to be completely balanced all the time, first of all, if it was balanced all the time, it'd be boring. Second of all, if we expect it to be balanced all the time, we're going to be really disappointed and have a really hard time when things are off balance. And I think that this last month has been a huge test of that. And sometimes in those moments too, we learn about who we are and what we want to put up with and what we don't, and where our boundaries lie. So don't always think that those moments where things feel like things aren't going your way, I know I've experienced that too, that's the end all be all, or necessarily that that's a bad thing. I have to continually try to say thank you, even when I'm upset and frustrated about a situation not going the way I thought it would go. I still have to say thank you, because that's showing me that that's not the way I was supposed to go. I wasn't supposed to use that for some reason. For some reason, I wasn't supposed to go that way. And instead of bracing up and being so mad, which, believe me, if you ask my friends and family, I definitely take my moment to be mad and to be pissed, and I cry a little and I yell a little, and then I go and put some slam dance jams on, and I dance my little booty off, and imagine everyone's around me, I'm slapping them with my dance moves, until I feel better and can move on with my day, among other things. But that's what I had to do today after my morning, so, and it seems that we're all kind of having these tests right now, and also, when these things happen, on the positive side of them, you just like Bob Ross, our lovely Bob Ross says, you can't have the light without the shadow. The shadow, the dark times show, make the light times worth it, and makes us show why the happy times are good. So I totally lost my train of thought. So as I start talking about Bob Ross, so the light and the dark, on the positive side of it, these things show us what is worth living for us, what is important to us, what we need to possibly change so that things don't keep going this way for us. And so I'm gonna pull a few different fun cards today. So really start thinking about kind of where we were a month ago. Spring was starting. It was Aries season. And we had the Libra full moon in 0 degrees, and now it's made the full transition to 29 degrees. So this is some serious test of our balances. Oh, I already have cards popping out. What else? Oh, Taurus season starting in a couple days on the 21st. Happy Easter, if that's your jam. Happy Zombie Jesus Day, if that's your jam. Happy Family Day, if that's your jam. Oh, I remember the other thing I wanted to say about finding the beauty in life is that is also about finding the balance of indulgences and finding the balance of when things are feeling imbalanced or things are crazy, there's a time to, you know, there's a time to have that glass of wine, have that beer when you got home, have that glass of whiskey, because sometimes that's the indulgence that you need. Drink responsibly, of course, folks. If that's not your jam, then I'm sure you have some other indulgence. And then it's important to find the healthy indulgences. So I have my current spring Easter indulgences, my White Claw, and my Cadbury mini eggs. And you guys, they made shimmer ones. I was like, oh, glittery candy. This is my favorite candy in the world, and you can only get it during Easter. And I'm so excited that they were glittery. But so these are my unhealthy indulgences right now, because those are the kind of days I'm having. Or moments. I shouldn't say the whole day, because there's been good things going on too. But the moments that I've been having in my day, and I know everyone's kind of going through this right now. However, you also have to go put in the healthy indulgences. Dancing out your feelings, healthy indulgence. Going for a walk, healthy indulgence. Going to yoga, going to a workout class. I went to 2 yesterday. I went to an aerial fitness class and then did Restore afterwards, and it was so good. It felt just as good, if not better. It felt better, even though this is really good. It felt better than this indulgence. But because I had that yesterday, I don't feel bad about this today. Because tomorrow, I'm going to make sure I'm doing yoga and doing all my other stuff. So it's all about the balance. Don't feel like you have to be a saint or a monk. You know, you're a human. But it's all about having that balance and not overdoing it in one thing or the other. And that's where the beauty lies. So that is the big lesson of Libra. So let's pull some cards. Okay. First of all, well, I'll just go with that one because that's popped out. Okay, so for our current energy, and then those two came out right now too. Okay. So maybe that's the second one. Okay, so for current energy, we have the 8 of Cups in reverse. So the 8 of Cups is definitely in tandem with current themes of the letting go, walking away from, like, this is literally like the walking away from things no longer serving you. Like, he's literally walking away, especially things that no longer serve you emotionally. And that was really kind of what I was talking about. Excuse me, I'm hot, but you knew that. So when we're here, I feel like there's still, which we talked about this a couple of weeks ago. I know we've talked about this very recently. You guys are still holding on to something. Because we're here, it's because it's in reverse. You're paused, you're stuck. You're still refusing to walk away from that thing that you know is not serving your highest self. 8 is a mastery number. You need to master your emotions, and you need to master what is affecting them. And if you're holding on to something that is emotionally unhealthy. So the current energy, which is a lot of the Libra energy too, getting that balance, is walking away from things that no longer serve you. How many times do we have to talk about it? Can you tell that all this stuff that's been happening is getting me on one, and I don't want you to suffer anymore, you know? Let it go. You cannot move on to the level of mastery if you're not letting it go. And if we're talking about 8 of Cups in reverse, we got to talk about the 7 of Cups. And a lot of times 7 of Cups comes up when you either have too many choices in front of you and you have to make a decision, or you feel like you can't make a decision. You know, it's all about seeing that you have all the choices in the world in front of you. Especially when we're coming from a heart and soul place, you know, the divine, the universe will send you exactly what you're supposed to have. So, but if you are refusing to make space in your life of the things that are no longer serving you, you're blocking the good stuff from coming in. And I'm seeing that a lot lately too, how quickly, and it's happening a little slower for others, we're on our time, but it's amazing. I'm noticing more and more how quickly, when people finally let go of those things, how quickly the universe is delivering back exactly what they are meant to have. Okay, so then we have 2 cards pop up for this, which is kind of perfect, because how to recognize balance and how to recognize and embrace balance. And we got the Devil, our friend the Devil. He keeps coming up too, because self-indulgence and self-medicating and unhealthy attachments. Hello, unhealthy attachments. More unhealthy attachments here. So how can we recognize and embrace balance? It's interesting because it's kind of like, well, you can't, because you're blocking yourself from even having the balance, even having the internal balance. This is like about emotional balance, internal balance. So you could have maybe thought that you got rid of like the boyfriend, you know, the bad relationship, the bad job, all those things. But if you're still holding on to something emotionally about that, that's what needs to be let go of. That's what needs the work, the forgiveness work, closure, and sometimes other people don't give you closure. You gotta find that for yourself. So when we have then the Devil reversed, unhealthy attachments, and the 2 of Pentacles also in reverse, again, what's going on here, you guys? Has this all been throwing you for such a loop too? Sorry, it goes this way. Has this energy just like thrown you for such a loop that you don't even know what to do? Everything's feeling out of sorts. You know, your money's out of sorts. You're overindulging too much. You know, you're holding on to emotional baggage. What's going on? I know it's just tax season too. And this year was a little rough for a lot of us. It's gonna be okay. And I feel like I'm totally getting off track about like recognizing and embracing balance, because it just feels like I don't know if there's enough around, or I don't know if you're even allowing yourself to see it. Like, this feels like you are just so comfortable in where you're at that you can't even see how things are out of balance for you. You might be comfortable, but are you happy? So maybe we're trying to recognize imbalance. The next card I wanted to pull was how to stay grounded when experiencing imbalance, because I wanted to show you guys where the balance lies, but we're clearly still in the imbalance place. So how do we stay grounded now that we're experiencing all this imbalance? Emotional, material, our connection to the material is in imbalance. Especially if you had to pay taxes, if you didn't get a refund that you were counting on. These things that I know this is happening a lot for people. This is happening to me. This is happening to people close to me. Money that you are thinking that you're going to be able to rely on, that's going to balance out things for you, doesn't come through. Or there's a huge delay in it. Or you can be like me and millions of other people, you pay your taxes and then the system has a glitch and they take your money twice. And then you have to wait 5 to 7 business days to get it back. No big deal. So it's just the government. They're doing a great job. So, and with the devil, like really, just like I was talking about, the unhealthy and healthy indulgences and self-care, like make sure you're finding a balance, or seeing your boundary, like, and let go, man. Like, this is just, the devil in reverse is just like you're holding on so tight to things that you do not need. Stop it. You're better than that. You don't need it. Okay, so let's see. Nothing's flying out. Ooh, so how do we stay grounded when experiencing imbalance? This is interesting. The King of Swords. I like the King of Swords because, you know, the Queen of Swords, she's a badass bitch, but she can be cold. She can be cold from her experience. The King he's evolved a little bit more. And that has nothing to do with him being male or female. It's just the symbolism of it. He's a little bit more flexible. He knows how to think before he speaks. And he also knows how to listen to his head and his heart. He does not overthink things. He knows when to not get in his head. I mean, the King of Swords, I would imagine, is like a meditation master. He knows how to just observe his thoughts, figure out which ones are real, which ones are just his ego protecting him, and which ones are coming from his heart. And that is so important with this balance stuff. Because, man, like, our brains and our egos, like, you guys are doing such a good job. Such a good job. We have to thank them because they protect us. You know, they help us learn and function. But when it comes to where we're going in this life as soulful people, it don't really know that much. It's scared from all of your experience. Like, if you believe in reincarnation, as I like to believe, we don't really know though, do we? I like to believe that it's a thing. It feels real. If you don't subscribe to that, that's fine. But it feels pretty real for me and for a lot of people. The like turning point, you know, your soul, you have an old soul, or your soul, you know, different bodies, different vessels, but your soul's been with you through all of this turmoil. And now they're saying PTSD can be passed down through DNA, all that kind of stuff. So on the other side is that your ego is kind of like a part of your soul. Like, the ego is a little bit like in your soul, or a little yin and yang going on. And so your ego has also been with you for all this time. So while your heart and soul is trying to heal all these things, your ego's like, wait, we've been here before and it didn't turn out well, so should you do it again? And then that's how we stop taking risks. And then that's how we get complacent and stuck. And then that's how we start overindulging and self-medicating too much. Don't let your brain take control. It is not the only driving force in your body. You need to listen to your physical body, your energetic body, your heart body, your soul body. Like, it's all one system. Just like all the way your organic material all works together. Like, this all works together too. Your brain is not the only one calling the shots. You are not your brain. It is not you. It is part of you. So we need the King of Swords when we are feeling imbalanced, because he is the master of the mind. And he knows when to listen to it and when not to. So think about that. Okay. So then, because I love Libra for all the beauty that they see. You know, Libra's they're very diplomatic. They want things to, you know, it's represented by the Justice card in the tarot. I know we talked about this in the last Libra moon, but the beauty part of it, they usually are very, they're great admirers of art, all that kind of stuff. The one Libra I dated, we went to the art museum quite a bit. But it's fun. So I wanted to pull one of my beautiful Angel Tarot cards by Radley Valentine. I don't have the book, but here, or the box, but it's in them. So we're going to ask our Angel Tarot, because they're all full of love, and I don't know what's going on here with y'all, but get it together. Let's see. I want to see what our Angel Tarot tells us about how we're going to recognize the beauty to bring that balance, so that we're not getting pulled down by everything. Ooh, 3 of Water. This is the 3 of Cups. 3 of Water. It's they use the dolphins in the water in this. A celebration, a wedding, a graduation or birth announcement. The need to have more fun. Go have some fun. It's spring. Your taxes are done. It's time to, like, go socialize. Okay? Like, go to a friend's house. Go take that class you've been wanting to take. Go find a patio and have a margarita. You know who you are. Hit me up. This how the relationships that are closest to us, this is going to be the way to find the beauty. Not in this. This is like drinking alone, drinking your sorrows away alone in the dark and being depressed. This is sharing libations out with your friends and the good eats and the good times and just like cruising along. They're just hanging out, having a good time. So do that. Get out there and get on with your bad self. Have a White Claw. Cheers to all of you. It's also been, all this stuff has way delayed me, and it's like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, so this is going to be the funnest reading ever. Okay, so then I also have a note on abundance from the universe. When someone is so desperate to have what they want to have, do what they want to do, or be who they want to be, that they'd rather take little tiny teensy steps in the directions of their dreams than face one more single day of doing without. I just can't help but open the floodgates. It's my greatest weakness. Was that a step from the universe? That is interesting. Look how pretty that is. That's a pretty one. So the point of this card is that a small step is better than no step at all. That's why I'm a big advocate of small goals. My friend, who is an improv and meditation teacher, and she teaches the art of play. Her name is Kerstin Caldwell. She's awesome. She kind of helped me challenge myself to meditate for 30 days straight, because my meditation practice I've been working for a really long time, and I'm like ready to take it to the next level and for it to take me to the next level. And, you know, when I started doing it and getting more and more into it, I kept thinking that I needed, I hear about all these people, oh, I meditate an hour a day, 30 minutes a day, blah, 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 blah. Well, they didn't start off that way. They had to work up to it. So I started with 5 minutes. Well, I'm day 3. Been doing it. But I started with 5 minutes, and I've been doing 6. And by the end of the 30 days, I hope I'm doing 10. And that's it, 10. If I can do 5 to 10 minutes of meditation every day for 30 days, like, that is huge compared to just being like, oh, well, I can't do it for 30 minutes, so I'm not going to do it. So, what are you working towards? Why are you holding back from working on it? And can you make a single teensy tiny step in the direction of your happiness instead of getting all in your head and not doing anything? Okay. I keep saying I'm not going to go a half an hour, but I guess that's what we're doing now. I'm trying to keep them short, but okay. Well, there was so much energy going on, I wanted to pull one more card. Ooh, the spiral. Ooh, the spiral in reverse. Spiral in reverse. This is the, Mystical Shaman Oracle. I love these cards. They're so cool. Okay, so the spiral in reverse, we need the medicine of the spiral. Yes, we do need your medicine spiral. Okay. The essence of the spiral. From galaxies in the sky to diminutive, I can read, shells at the beach, the spiral is found extensively in the natural world. Its shape in the form of a coiled serpent has been used since ancient times as a tool for growth and transformation. The spiral is a guide for entering deep into one's consciousness and the unknown, and then extending far out into the heavens, expanding and contracting. It is crucial to surrender to this journey until the exhausted paradigm dissolves in the depths of the psyche and its energy is released to give birth to a new reality. Stop resisting. Things are happening for a reason, even crummy things. The medicine. The spiral announces a descent to the depths and a rebirth. Allow nothing to get in the way of this process, as the time is right and the forces of nature are supporting you in this endeavor. Using stones, twigs, or yarn, build a spiral on the ground that is large enough to walk through at least 3 turns. I've pulled this card a couple times, and I keep meaning to do this. I might do this weekend. I might take some yarn over to the boyfriend's house, and we might go do it in the yard since it's going to be nice. Enter the spiral slowly. Once in the center, offer to the earth the feelings or situations that you no longer want in your life. As you walk back the way you entered, feel recharged for your new journey. If you want me to send that to you, please reach out to me. It's emotional stuff now. You might have let go of like the physical things that you could see that were affecting you, but what we just read there, like this, you're holding on to emotional stuff. That's what's getting you in the way. You're dwelling in your emotion. That's why you keep doing this. And it's affecting your material world. That's why you're out of balance. And you're getting in your head. Go have a good time. Take a tiny step towards something that you want. And release. Release to the earth. She's a great alchemist. She is here to take our... the irony is that she's here to take our emotional and energetic baggage and transform it into new, better energy. She's not here to take our plastic. She's not that good. Well, she's good, but that's just not her medium. So let it go. It's gonna be okay. We're all gonna get through this. At least that's what I keep telling myself. I'm going to go enjoy my White Claw and my Cadbury mini eggs, and I will see you guys in a couple weeks. Thank you so much. Love you all. Bye.